So our isValid method, public function is valid, and we pass in the array by default equals null, and now we check if is an empty array and is array our array, then we're going to be dealing with this, otherwise we return false. So now let's start with if is an empty this underscore expected. Then we go for each, and we're going to use our expected array for each expected as key. And we now check if array key exists, and we're looking at our key against array, and exclamation mark helper is empty array key. Basically, we're checking if the value associated with the specific key isn't array empty. Then this out, we go for key equals array key. So we get the value and basically assign it to one of the keys inside of the out array. Okay, now we go for else statement, and inside of this one, this add to errors, and we pass in the key onto this method. So basically, if array key exists inside of the array and value is an empty, we add it to our out array. Otherwise, we add new error to our errors array. So that's our first statement. And then we check the other one after if is an empty expected. And what I'm going to do is basically copy this one, paste it underneath. Now we're checking for required. And we're going to be looping for this as well, exactly same way. Now we're checking if array key does not exist inside of the array. Inside of the out array. So I'm going to paste it here. It's not inside of the input array because we've already collected all the values through the expected loop. So now we're checking if array key does not exist inside of the out array. Then what we do is basically we're adding this specific key to the errors array. So that's what we're doing here. Now I'm going to copy the second statement as well and paste it underneath. Now we're looking for special. And for each special S, we're going to go for key equals value this time. And now we're checking if array key exists inside of the out. And what we're going to do again, and isn't this special, and we pass in our value, and this underscored out key, which is basically the value from our out array. Why we put in value here is because our special array will basically contain key value pairs. So let's say we've got the field called email, and we want to validate it as email. If we have, let's say, telephone, we want to validate this with telephone. So basically, the first one is field name, the other one is the format we want to use. So we're looking for the specific key inside of the out array, and then we define in what format we want to use inside of our special method. And obviously, if it doesn't validate, as you can see, we've got this exclamation mark at the beginning of the special call here, then we're going to add, obviously, the specific key to array to the errors array as well. Okay, after all these checks, we simply return isn't empty this underscore errors. Then obviously the statement has false, so false has failed. We obviously return false. Otherwise, it's going to be true because obviously our errors array is empty, meaning everything went smooth, everything's okay. So that's everything inside of our validation class. Let me just quickly check if we have any errors here with the plugin here, encoder. No syntax errors, so we're all good to move to the next chapter.